Have you ever pondered what the end of days might look like? A question that has intrigued humanity since time immemorial. It's not about the thrill of doomsday movies or the fascination with dystopian novels. Rather, it's a quest to understand the metaphysical and the divine, the closing chapters of our existence, and the dawn of something new. The concept of the end of days, or the apocalypse, is not confined to any single culture or religion. It's a universal concept, a shared curiosity, a common thread that weaves through the tapestry of human beliefs and philosophies. In the ancient scriptures of Hinduism, we find the concept of Kali Yuga, the age of darkness and ignorance, which is considered the final stage in the cycle of 4 yugas or epochs. It's a time of moral degradation and the eventual dissolution of the universe, leading to rebirth. In Christianity, the Book of Revelation gives a vivid account of the end times, filled with symbolic language and imagery. It speaks of the final judgment, the rise of the Antichrist, the second coming of Christ, and the establishment of a new heaven and a new earth. The Islamic faith too, in its hadiths, presents a series of events leading up to the Day of Judgment known as Qiyamah. It includes the arrival of the Mahdi, the return of Jesus, and the resurrection of souls for judgment. In many indigenous cultures, end-of-days narratives are often tied to natural phenomena, interpreted as signs or warnings from the divine, ushering in a time of great change. These interpretations, diverse and distinct, reflect our shared curiosity about the unseen future. They serve as a mirror, reflecting our hopes, our fears, our values, and our understanding of the world. As we venture into this topic, remember it's not about fear, but understanding and preparation. It's about exploring the unknown, deciphering the signs, and finding common ground in our shared human experience. It's about looking beyond the horizon to see what we can learn from the end-of-days narratives and how they can guide us in our present journey. So are you ready to delve into the mystery of the unseen future? The first signs of the end of days can often be the most subtle. They're not always the grand, cataclysmic events we might imagine, but instead they can manifest in the form of gradual changes in society and the environment. These signs, as interpreted by some, could include the moral decay of society, an increase in conflicts and wars, and an uptick in natural disasters. Let's begin with moral decay. This term refers to a perceived decline in personal morality or the moral standards of society. Some might point to the rise of dishonesty, greed, and selfishness as indicators of this decay. It's important to remember that these are interpretations, and not everyone may agree on what constitutes moral decay. Next, we have the rise in conflicts and wars. This could mean anything from political disagreements and social unrest to full-blown wars between nations. Some believe that an increase in such conflicts could be a sign that we're nearing the end of days. But again, this is an interpretation. While conflicts and wars are certainly tragic and devastating, they have been a part of human history for millennia. Finally, let's talk about natural disasters. Some believe that an increase in the frequency or severity of events, such as earthquakes, hurricanes, and other natural disasters, could be a sign of the approaching end of days. However, it's important to note that these events are also a part of the natural world, and increases could be due to a variety of factors, including climate change. Now, this may all sound very ominous, but it's crucial to understand that these are interpretations, not certainties. These signs are derived from various religious and philosophical traditions, and not everyone may agree with these interpretations. As these signs manifest, it's said that humanity will enter a period of great trials. But remember, trials can also be opportunities for growth and change, and the possibility of a new era of understanding and peace. The period of great trials is often seen as a time of purification. This statement rings true, especially when we consider the grand tapestry of human existence. Trials, adversities, and challenges are not just random occurrences. They are, in fact, the refining fires that shape and temper the human spirit. Now let's imagine a world where adversity is on the rise, where the struggle for survival becomes more pronounced. It's a harsh picture, isn't it? But it's also a time of profound transformation. Each challenge faced, each hurdle overcome, is an opportunity for growth and evolution. It's in these moments of struggle that we realize our true potential, our capacity to endure, to innovate, and to adapt. But survival isn't just about enduring hardships, it's about unity and compassion. In times of great trial, we discover the importance of togetherness. We learn that no one can go it alone, that our survival is intertwined with the survival of others. We learn to extend a helping hand, to lift others even as we ourselves are struggling. This is the essence of compassion, the very lifeblood of humanity. Just think about it. Each act of kindness, each moment of understanding, each sacrifice for the greater good, isn't it all a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity? Isn't it proof that even in the face of great trials, we can rise above, united and strong? And it's through this unity, this compassion, this collective resilience, that we see the light at the end of the tunnel, for every night has its dawn, every winter its spring. And so it is with the great trials. They may be harsh, they may test us to our very limits, but they also herald the dawning of a new era. In the grand scheme of things, these trials are but stepping stones, leading us towards a future of greater understanding, harmony, and peace. These trials, though harsh, ultimately lead to the dawning of a new era. The end isn't always what it seems, sometimes it's a new beginning. With the closure of one chapter, another unfurls, breathing life into a world reshaped and renewed. Picture, if you will, a phoenix rising from the ashes, a symbol of rebirth and resilience. This is the dawning of a new era, an epic that springs forth from the end of days. It's easy to view the end of days with trepidation, to see it as a final curtain call. But what if we reframe our perspective? What if the end is not a termination but rather a transformation, a metamorphosis that paves the way for a world united in purpose, renewed in spirit, and reborn in hope? Imagine a world where our differences no longer divide us, but rather enrich our collective experience. A world where we learn from our past mistakes, using them as stepping stones towards a future where harmony reigns supreme. Imagine a world where the ashes of the old serve as the fertile soil for the new. A world where the trials and tribulations we've endured have not broken us but rather made us stronger, wiser, more compassionate. The end of days then is not about destruction but about creation. It's not about despair but about hope. It's not about division but about unity. It's about the chance to start afresh, to build a world that is better, kinder, and more just than before. Let us not fear the end, but rather embrace the potential it brings. Let us not dread the unknown, but rather welcome the opportunity it presents. For every ending is but a new beginning in disguise, a chance to rewrite our story, to reshape our world. As we stand on the precipice of this new era, let us not forget the lessons of the past. Let us use them to forge a future that is brighter, more inclusive, and more sustainable than ever before. The end of days, then, might not be an end at all, but a transition into a new phase of existence. So we've journeyed through the signs of the end of days, but what does it all mean for us? Let's take a moment to reflect on the main points we've traversed. We started with the unseen future and how it often stirs a sense of intrigue and curiosity in us. We then discovered the first signs, those initial harbingers of change that hint at the approach of a significant shift. These signs, as we've come to understand, are not meant to incite fear or panic. Instead, they're like the rumblings before a storm, a call to prepare and brace ourselves. They're a signal to us to look beyond the superficial, to delve deeper into the essence of our existence and the values we uphold. From there, we navigated through the period of great trials. We learned that these trials are not punishments but opportunities for growth and transformation. They're like the chiseling of a sculpture, gradually revealing the masterpiece within. And then, we witnessed the dawning of a new era. This is not a period of doom and gloom, but a time of renewal and rebirth. It's a time when the old ways are shed, making way for a new world order based on unity, compassion, and mutual respect. So, what does all this mean for us? It's a reminder that the signs of the end of days are not about destruction, but transformation. They beckon us to strive for a better world, to foster unity and harmony, and to embody the highest virtues of love, kindness, and understanding. This journey, as we've seen, is not just about recognizing these signs, but understanding their deeper significance. It's about preparing for them in a positive, constructive way, and using them as a catalyst for personal and collective growth. Remember, the end of days is a concept filled with interpretations, but one thing remains consistent. It's a call for us to strive for a better, united world.